Now, and I think everyone knows how I feel about Kevin Samuels. I'm not a fan, but there are times when you hear someone speak words of wisdom. Like I said, I always eat the meat and throw away the bones. Whenever someone is saying something truthful, I don't care who it's coming from. If what they're speaking is the truth, then the truth is the truth. Let me share this clip with you. Here we go.
That long. I would still like to have a family. I don't want to have a single.
You have a family. You have 3 children, and you're a high school graduate.
Yes, sir.
And you've been reduced to staying at home with your children. And you came on asking questions about women. You don't need to be doing anything with women. You need to be a monk until you get your stuff together. That means some sort of profession. Because honestly, man, you're not living like a man. You're living like a woman. Effectively, you might as well be on government assistance.
Ooh, damn.
What's the most you ever made per hour?
19 an hour.
The average woman in this country black woman earns $37,000. Effectively, you're a woman.
Damn.
And I'm not joking, man. I'm not saying this to clown you, but I'm concerned that you came in talking about women and you got 3 mouths to feed. You can't make any more babies, and you got to get someplace to where you're earning enough money because are you on state-run child support?
No, sir. I take care of my kids.
I don't think you understand. Look, all they need to do to screw you up is one of those 2 women put you on child support. Taking care of them or not. It's a punitive measure. And then the government, the state watches everything. So my point is, you don't even worry about women. You need to get a profession or 2 and putting in 60 hours a week minimum. You're behind, man. You're really, really, really behind. 27 with
Yes,
3
sir.
kids. So women are not on your radar. So I said, you need a roommate so you can save money. Is that your roommate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Male or female?
Male.
Okay.
I would still like to have a family.
Now, this is how Kevin Samuels started out, and then he just flipped up. I guess he felt it was more lucrative to, start putting women down. This is when his voice was most needed in our community. And like he said, anytime you have 3 children, sweetheart, and you talk about, I still want a family, you have a family. Even if people don't have children, don't you have a mother, a father, brothers, cousins, sisters? That's family. People say those are relatives. That's family, honey. That's your flesh and your blood. That to me sickens me also when people want to say, I want to start my own family. You already have a family. It's like they just discard their parents. Oh, the hell with that. Well, we know how adult children are these days. Whatever, child. But anyway, like he said, you need to be focusing on making more money. You have 3 children. Do you know how expensive the cost of living is today? 3 children. Now, I think that a man, if he wants children, he should be making 6 figures. If you're not making 6 figures, you don't need to be having children. I'm sorry. Now, when there's no children involved, like let's say you're talking to people who are like 45, 50 and up, they're not thinking about having no babies or no children. So you don't have to have that much money. 50,000, depending on where you live, of course. I live in New York, and making 50,000 a year, that's good enough. But that's me. But if you want children, you have to be able to, you don't know, after she gives birth to a child, she might have postpartum depression. You don't know, so you're going to have to hire a nanny, at least for 7 or 8 hours, 5 days out of the week. So I looked that up. How much is it? Like a nanny makes something like $18 and $19 an hour. That's, you give her $600 a week, for 5 days, $600. You have a lot of women who would sign up for that. It's not for all day or sleeping over, just a mere 7 or 8 hours. Do you have $600 a week to pay a nanny to help with these children? Personally, I think the man should be working with the kids too, 50-50, I believe. 50-50, you already know what SheilaTruelove is about. He does 50-50 of the housework, the child rearing, The cooking, definitely. He's on 1 week, you're on the next week. You know, but what this man said here, you need to be focusing on making more money, sir. You have 3 children, 3 mouths to feed, 3 kids that are depending on you. Hopefully they have, I know they, you know, anyway, it's just ridiculous. Let me see what some of these comments. It says he's probably looking for a woman to split bills with him, but does all the cooking, cleaning, and will help take care of his kids. That's what he's looking for. He wants this woman to do all of this work and pay half the bills. Whatever, honey. I would never be one to do all the work in the house. We're doing that 50-50. And when it comes to rent, mortgage, I'm doing 50-50 on that, or 70-30. You know, I think that might make a man feel better, but be paying something, honey. Because I know of too many people, too many women who have that crap thrown in their face. Let me see. One woman says, her name is Scorpion. She says, I'm 33. I have no kids because I refuse to be a single mother. And that's true. Even if you're married, you started off with a husband, because I was married before I even thought to have children. I lost my virginity to my husband before we even thought about kids. I was very, very married, and look at how I ended up, a single mother. So a lot of women say, well, I don't want to have any more children unless I'm married. Like that's a guarantee. That's not a guarantee, sweetheart. Sorry to say it. Another person says, Jazzy, she says, a lot of these men priorities are all screwed up. Glenda says, people are delusional. How can this man say he wants a family when he already has 3 children? That's crazy. Wow, he already started a family with 3 kids, and now he's talking about he still wants a family. You already have a family. Oh, child. Let me see. Let me see this other person. Teresa says, talk some sense into these men. They're out here worrying about dating and marrying someone else, but you got 3 kids and you're only making $19 an hour? Shaking my head, she says. Child. And one woman says, he didn't go off on this dude or clown him. He was just telling him the truth. He was speaking what was real. This is the first time I agree with him. Yeah, because I don't usually agree with his stuff. But this is like, yeah, my first time agreeing with him too. Take a look at, these men, they have got to set their priorities and focus on providing for their families, like I said, spiritually first, always. And I don't know how you're going to pull that off. You got to be working 60 hours a week, he said. 60 hours a week? What? I don't know. You know what? I'm a workaholic myself, so. But, as a man, he's supposed to be the head of the household. That means he's supposed to be taking the spiritual lead to make sure that his children have their spiritual suit of armor when they go out into this very, very demonic, devilish world. Those children have got to be able to protect themselves so that they could keep their heads screwed on straight. But I notice a lot of women are not concerned with a man providing spiritually. And they need to be. And a woman here says, hold on. Men should not be out there looking for a good woman when they can't even take care of themselves. Anyway, there you have it, my darlings. He definitely rips them a new one. And it's about time. He goes off on these reckless men out here. They don't need to be focusing on women. They need to be focusing on getting their act straight.